Royal appointment, part 3. We're going to pick up where we left off in part 2, and that's with this line: "The time of the whale's children is inevitably coming. But have no fear, because, quote, they are growing up in an era of greater press restraint than their father and uncle experienced." To act like that they have restraint, or that this is something that they just developed out of some moral conviction, is... You probably guessed it, it's not true. I'm going to show you a clip from the documentary Reinventing the Royals. It is from 2016, but it's before Meghan enters the picture, so it's a really interesting snapshot into that time.
They were snapped by photographers with long lenses, and the pictures were published in some local papers. This particular photo opportunity had not been planned and was not welcome.
We initially received a missive saying, "This has happened, they've been photographed, we'd really appreciate it if you didn't run these images." So we all went, all right. And suddenly the message was coming through that the couple were actually very relaxed about the images.
There was no legitimacy to stop these photographs either being taken or published.
Having changed tack to say that the royal couple were very relaxed about the images, no concerns over their use. Apparently still fearing a negative reaction from the palace, no UK media used the pictures.
So it's interesting how they handled that situation with the young Prince George, how they changed tactics once they realized it wasn't really a great look to lay down the hammer that definitively before your king. Let's go to this August 2015 article, in which the palace warns of increasingly dangerous paparazzi tactics targeting Prince George. The focus is very much on the paparazzi and not the eventual papers that will publish these photos because they make money. Not that the paparazzi doing things to try to entice a toddler to get closer to them for photos in private spaces is okay, but if this wasn't going to make the paparazzi money, they wouldn't do it. Weeks before Diana's death, the Mirror paid £250,000, this is in 1997, for a blurry photo of Dodi and Diana kissing on a yacht. They might not have ordered the photo, but it certainly made for a handsome payday. The palace at the time put out a very strongly worded statement, and the comparisons, of course, were to Princess Diana, who looms large over anything involving invasive paparazzi tactics. This article mentions that the compromise that they come up with is that William and Kate will provide regular photographs of their children. They'll give updates. In return, the British media, paparazzi, let them live like normal children. They not invade their privacy or spaces where privacy should be expected. No disagreements here. And it echoed some of the beliefs about privacy, for anyone, royal or not, in regards to the topless Kate Middleton photos, in which this article goes into the fact that the photos were taken by a long lens and during a time where someone should expect privacy. She's on vacation. It becomes very clear that this will not be a thing for Harry and Meghan and their children in August of 2019. In this article, The Sun publishes unauthorized photos of Meghan and Archie, while some in the British media openly gloat on Twitter. Remember in the previous part when we were told that it's really social media that the whale's children will have to worry about the wild, wild west? Yeah, these people are on it. You're part of the problem. The caption is that she's covering her face, but actually what I see is Meghan trying to cover the face of her child in what appears to be a long lens photograph taken by paparazzi while they're on vacation, which is supposed to be a time where they can expect a certain amount of privacy. So yeah, among a myriad of reasons, I'm not surprised that Harry and Meghan decided to leave working royal life. Which brings us back to the royal appointment. Nobody wants to see the cycle repeated of how the spare, in this case there are two siblings to Prince George, in which they get thrown under the bus to protect the future king, or a situation where they start turning on each other to court favorable media. And while I have no doubt that nobody wants to see this happen, not William, Kate, Harry, or Meghan, I don't know what exactly is happening to stop that. Can they really expect press restraint? Or a terrifying thought is that they'll still use Harry and Meghan in the coming years. They'll just do it when their children come of age. It's not great.